Today we'll discuss the classic question, what should I use to clean between my teeth? So let's get into it and roll that intro. What's up everyone, Dr. Eric Jackson here, and today we're going to talk about a common question I get, what should I use to clean between my teeth? The question is primarily a non-toothbrush related question aimed for that in-between area, the 2 out of the 5 sides of your tooth that is traditionally kind of flossed, but there's a lot of other options as well. String floss is the go-to answer here, obviously. But really, the first thing I have to mention to people is don't just use anything. It's very tempting, and a lot of people want to use, a wooden toothpick because, frankly, they're at restaurants and whatnot. But ultimately, these can cause a lot of issues. In fact, according to one study, most Americans have used, quote, unusual items, including fingernails, folded paper or cards, cutlery, safety pins, even strands of hair to remove food stuck between their teeth. Not only are these unusual items less effective, but they can also be potentially harmful. In fact, 42% of people who've used these items report also that they've had pain in doing so. That's obviously not a good thing. So let's stick to the properly designed dental aids, because there's plenty out there, that's for sure. For example, let's look at a few. In addition to your toothbrush, of course, which does get in between the teeth to some extent, but not terribly well, you've got regular string floss. String floss, it can be waxed, unwaxed, minted, flavored. It doesn't really matter. That is the category. We can always debate the merits of all those subcategories at a later date, but string floss would be the first category. Now, a separate but related category would be pre-strung flosses. These flossers that have a small little piece of, and I'll put that up there, small little piece of floss pre-hung in a little handle. So it's really great for getting back molars, for helping to floss children's teeth. They usually come in adult sizes, child sizes. They've got different characters and animals and colors for the kids. It's really, really great because ultimately, one of the big disadvantages of string flossing is that you have to have the manual dexterity to do so. So these guys help take that and minimize that dexterity need. Other areas, we've got a category of super floss. Oral-B makes a great super floss here. Basically, what makes it super? Well, it's got a elastic component to it. It's a little bit thicker and fatter. It's got a guide on there, so you can kind of guide it in between areas. Works out really great. Other traditional common tools. Gum stimulators, which really aren't meant to floss in between, but people can use them. I like these as if someone's a really big toothpick fan, at least they're going to use something that's pointy, which is kind of toothpicky, but it's softer, and they can actually use it effectively. This is a end-tufted brush, and basically it's a specialty toothbrush that helps to get in little nooks and crannies, and I'll put that, there we go, let's put that right there for you. I don't know if it's going to zoom in or not, it's going to be on focus, but you can see that end tufted part. Of course, you can Google any of these types of items. The key here is that you talk to your dentist about what ails you, really. He or she will be able to sit down and say, all right, well, if you've got XYZ problems, I recommend ABC type products. And that's one of the main benefits that you can do by talking to your dentist. But I will also say your dental hygienist can also obviously do this. That is what they're trained in. They are super skilled at this. So what's the take home from this? There's lots of different options. It's very important to speak to your dental professional about this. Your dental hygienist can absolutely talk to you about this during your next cleaning. Hey, I've got a certain problem here in this certain situation. What do you recommend I use for it? That's great. Ask your dentist as well. He or she can also field these questions. My favorite, as far as overall category that fits all the different uses, is a water flosser. This happens to be made by Philips, the Philips Sonicare people. They're air floss. I love water picks as well. They're great because they do a lot of what each of these other handheld type items do, all in one handy dandy compact package. Now they're certainly not as inexpensive as these guys here. This is a little more expensive, but it does so much. It solves dexterity issues. It solves reach issues. If you've got a tiny mouth, it'll help get back there. I really like it for areas that have difficult for string floss or anything manual to get to. If you think of it, the floss can only get down to the gum line, right? You're not able to floss with string floss or anything else that I showed you below the gum line, because logically you'd be cutting into the gums, which is a giant no-no. You do not want to cut into your gums with your floss. So how do you get to clean below your gum line? If you have some gum disease type periodontal pockets, or if you have, for example, an implant. The area around an implant is not the same gum anatomy as with a natural tooth. Well, I love these guys because they're able to take a puff of air mixed with water and really just simply puff down in between, and the air and the water gets to all the nooks and crannies. Also works very well with bonded lingual retainers after orthodontic treatment, after your braces, when the orthodontist or the general dentist puts on those guys there. They're tough to clean. Ask any dental hygienist that anybody with a bonded lingual retainer on especially the bottom front teeth, but also the top front teeth, is always more likely to have gum issues in those areas. And why do they have these problems? Well, ultimately, people don't typically take those floss threaders and get down in between there properly. They just don't. They don't do it often enough, they don't do it routinely enough, or they just don't even try at all. Well, items like these, especially the water flosser, helps tremendously with that. So give each of these a thought about as far as if you're looking for something in addition to string floss. Depending on your dental case, perhaps you've got, like we said, implants and bridges and bonded lingual retainers and things. You might really want to look into a water flosser. It really might help you quite a bit. But the first thing you should do, talk to your dental professional, talk to your dental hygienist and your dentist. They'll be able to talk to you a lot about what might best suit your specific case and your specific needs. Thanks so much for listening. I'll talk to you soon in the next video. As always, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and always comment below anything you'd like to talk to me about. Let me know, likes, dislikes, future ideas. I'd love to know what you want to hear about. So please give me some comments and feedback, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Thanks. Bye-bye now.